All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Loan Officer Breakfast Club, September 15th, 2025. Steve, we are racing out of...
Man.
We were racing into
It's time to take action now.
Thank you. Yeah, racing out of Q3, racing into Q4, my friends. Wowza. Already 15 days through September.
Man,
interesting stuff. But you know what, man? As usual, we're going to have a great day here today.
For sure.
All right. Let's see who we got in the house. Nick Nicholas, as usual. Ryan Whitfield, good to have you here. Jen Woodland, Jared Manley, Teresa's here. Don,
what's up, baby?
Nick. Yeah, man. We got a whole bunch of good peeps
Andy
here.
Preston, Vince Queen, what's up?
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff today, man. Good stuff today.
Good day.
Yeah. Let's see here. Let's just kind of get the juices flowing. Wake us up in the chat, peeps. Say good morning. And,
hey, give us something good, man. What's happening in your business? How many excited for the next 3 months? You know, hey, Frank, there's really two camps. A camp that is saying, man, I'm so far behind, I'm a little discouraged. And the other camp that's saying, wow, this is going to be my best few months ever.
That's right.
Man, there's a lot of opportunity.
Hey, man, you know what? There's still a quarter left, right? A little over a quarter left. There's plenty of time to get some things done. Another thing, too, the whole, I do the news every day. And, man, the rate cuts and all, it's just the momentum is swinging.
Yeah.
There was, I think it was last week, there was from NBA. I always check NBA to see what they're saying. And they're just saying, applications are screaming. Just everything's going, man. It's like, it's a really good time right now to be an originator and just start, making sure you pound on the phones, man, doing the calls. Hey, Gen Z, call stars. Everything going as normal, right? Call stars every Monday through Thursday.
Be there. Yep.
Yeah.
And we're putting together another blitz.
Another blitz.
Okay,
the blitzes are great. Great. Cool. Hey, I want to do something kind of fun for the people who get in here early.
What is it?
I do want to give away a T-shirt, right?
You ought to give a couple.
Okay, all right. Well, so here's how I want to do it. I'm gonna speak a quote, and we're gonna have to keep our eye on the chat because you're gonna answer it in the chat. Who gets the answer correct first? Yep. Okay, the first one to get it correct is gonna win a T-shirt. If you already got a T-shirt, we'll get you a coffee cup. If you already got a coffee cup, we'll get Carl to buy you a motorhome or a Lamborghini or something like that. Okay, so here comes the quote. Are y'all ready?
So what do we have to put in there?
For the quote?
Who's it from or what?
Well, you got to say who did the quote. Yeah, whose quote is it?
All right, let's do it.
Whose quote is it? Maybe we should do a new segment. Whose quote is it? Right.
Yeah.
All right. So so make sure get your fingers on the keyboards, guys. Make sure you're ready. Here's the quote. Ready?
Yeah.
I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. Okay, so who is the quote? Who did it first? Wimpy, they got
Rick.
it.
Yummy Payne got Wimpy first.
Yeah, who did?
Wait, no. I missed it. I'm sorry. There's some ahead of him. Hold on. That went kind of fast.
We got to figure it out now. That was blazing fast. All right.
Clearly,
a lot of people knew who did it.
Tom Tucky.
Tom Tucky.
If you could unmute Tom. Come on, Tom. Unmute, man.
I am here.
Hey, man, congratulations, my friend.
Thank you.
You have won a Loan Officer Breakfast Club T-shirt.
I would prefer a mug if I could, please.
A what?
A mug?
All right, we'll get you a coffee cup.
Or coffee. There you go.
Yeah, good stuff. Hey, man, thanks, Tom. Appreciate it. I'm surprised that so many people knew that so quickly, especially, I think Popeye is kind of one of those older, cartoons, man. Like, got to be kind of like Tom, how old are you?
Full disclosure, I am 58.
All right, so you're up there. Yeah, I'm 63. So yeah, you're in my zone.
Okay, so that's what I was going to say. So that came from Popeye. I don't know who Wimpy is. So.
Oh, really? You didn't know?
No.
Look at that. See, we had Steve stumped. I stumped Steve. Yeah, no, that's Popeye. Yeah, it was Wimpy would always stroll around, always looking for a hamburger, and I'd gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, I thought of that. I was in In-N-Out with my wife over the weekend. We were hungry. Yeah. I just had a hankering for an In-N-Out, and we went through, and I was just thinking about hamburgers, and I remembered that. I go, do you remember Wimpy? And she's like, no.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to make that a trivia question. There he is. He's in the chat. Rick put him there. See him?
All right. I'm looking. Hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
He's in the chat.
There he is. Okay.
There he is. Yeah. All right. Well, good stuff. Okay. So, look, we got a couple minutes here before everybody kind of gets filled in. I would like to touch some wins.
Let's do
I'd
it.
I'd love to hear some wins if everybody's got one from over the weekend. Something like anybody getting contracts in, or maybe from an agent that they've been working that they hadn't got anything yet, but now they got something. Anybody got any good wins that they want to share? I'd love to
Wendy
hear
Wellington said she woke up to a new contract today.
that. Who did?
Wendy Wellington.
That's
All right,
great.
Wendy, let's hear about it. Come on, unmute. Let's chat.
Oh, sorry, Wendy Morrill.
Wendy Morrill.
Wendy Morrill. Morrell. Yep.
All right,
I was
Wendy.
going to say that was the wrong Wendy.
Sorry.
Yeah, I woke up this morning, turned on my computer, and there was a new app that I had spoken to them on at a open house over the weekend. And
No,
last
an
thing I
open
know,
house.
yeah, an open house. I do a lot of them over the weekends, and I woke up and they jumped on board and did a full application. So I'm like, oh, all
That is
right.
awesome.
I know.
Congratulations.
It's great.
Yeah. You got a t-shirt?
I'm sorry.
Do you have a t-shirt?
No, I do not.
Okay, you do now. Congratulations, Wendy. Congratulations on your open house triumph. It's wonderful.
Great.
I love
How do I
it.
get the How do I physically get the T-shirt?
We'll
I have
give
no
it
Wendy,
to
I'll
you.
idea.
send you an
People send it.
email.
It's a mystery to me,
Yeah.
but it shows up.
Thank
It's
you.
like the magic table. It just shows up.
It just
So-
shows up. Yeah.
Wendy, keep
Hey,
an
now-
eye on your emails, okay?
We got to
Okay,
be
great.
careful
Thank
about
you.
Sharon Wofford because there was some good news over the weekend. I did see the end of that game, Sharon, and Georgia did beat Tennessee.
That
So-
was awesome.
I know it. Is that what your win is today?
Nope. I had a win because I made great use of time. So Saturday we had. Wow. All right. So Saturday was a game, and then also, sorry, I don't know what that is. Also, our Rotary Club, our biggest fundraiser, which was a cornhole tournament. So of course I wanted to play in it. I sponsored it, and then I played in it, and so I.
Oh, you muted.
You
You
muted
Sharon
yourself.
by accident.
Okay, there you are.
You played in it. That's what we
played
got.
in it.
You played in it.
So we played in it and we sponsored it. So what I did is I needed a partner, and I met a guy last year at one of the Circle of Excellence award things, and he plays cornhole. So and he's an agent and he's a producing agent. So I called him up and asked him to be my partner. He said yes. So I spent the whole day with him, and I also had an expo table set up with all my stuff, and I talked to 3 people about refinancing while I was at the cornhole tournament. And we did pretty good. We didn't win, but we did really good. And then I got finished in time to get home and watch the game.
There
That
you
was
go.
great use of time. See, and then
A
I got
great use of
contact.
time. Congratulations. I'd give you something, but you already have everything.
That's just,
We'll work with Carl on the Lambo for you. That's what we'll do. Great stuff, Sharon. Thanks. That is awesome. What a great weekend. Good stuff, man. All right.
That's
Gosh,
being
there was some-
intentional with your time, brother.
Yeah, cornhole. Interesting. You play much cornhole, Steve?
Oh, I know what it is, and I know
You don't
Sharon
really play
is
it?
like a shark. Her and her son play all the time. So
Yeah. My daughter Katie is like a shark as well.
Yeah.
Their group of friends have cornhole competitions. They always her and her fiance
Yeah.
always win. They wear all their medals. They get medals every time, so they shame
They
everybody
run
when
their
they show
bling.
up with their bling. Yeah. If you're getting value from this already, go ahead and tap that like button. It helps more loan officers find content that actually makes a difference. And hey, if staying ahead of the market and learning what's really working in our industry matters to you, hit that subscribe button and ring that bell so you don't miss another episode. We read every comment, so drop your thoughts down below. We'd love to hear from you and know what's working or what you'd like us to cover next. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time. So, all right. Well, good stuff, man. Well, Steve, I say we get started today. What do you say, man?
Yeah,
I
let's
say
do
we
it, man.
get going here. Thanks to everybody for sharing this morning and all that kind of fun stuff. We appreciate
sure.
that. Congratulations to the t-shirts winners and the coffee cup winners. So, Steve, I want to tee this up. So, this is really interesting, guys. So, Steve and I were chatting, and I don't know what we were talking about, but he said, "Yeah, man, I'm making these calls. I found it makes them so much easier, man, as I assign these
Yeah.
opportunity values." And I'm like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? And he's like, "Oh man, no, in the CRM, you can put the money in there and dollar amounts and all that stuff." I said, "What?" And he showed it to me. I go, "Oh my God, that is so cool. That is like such a great motivator to help make the call." And I just thought we got to share this on Breakfast Club. If you're not doing this, you got to do this. Now, AI CRM, you can do it no problem. I imagine if you got a different one, you could probably do the same thing some way, somehow. So, Steve, talk about this and how what this is and how this is helping you and
Yeah,
how
for
it can help
sure.
others. Yeah.
Hey, and listen, and one of the things, and I'd love for everybody just to participate, and we're going to share something really cool this morning that'll help you. What would you say is the number one thing you could? What's the top two or three things? Well, let's say top two things you're doing right now that got you the last, say, 5 of your deals. Somebody drop it in the chat. What are you doing? What's the activity that you're doing to prospect right now? So look, and I'm going to look here. We've got some phone calls. Michael, love that. Calling agents. Rudy, that's why you're killing it, bro.
Yep.
Yummy, it's agents, it's phone calls, cold calls. Renee Rodriguez, okay. Sue Moody, talking to realtors, asking for the business consistency.
There you go.
Yeah. And so when you look at it this way, there's several things, and we talk about this in the membership and in the boot camp. I go deeper. Like you want to be farming, which is high tech, high touch, low time activities. That's going to be targeted ads, monthly mailer, weekly emails, random text. And then you want to be fishing, which is what I can do today to actually go get a transaction. And I know Jen talked about we're doing a Call Stars Blitz again. Well, the data from the last 2 Blitz told us this, that if you make an outbound prospecting call to a warm list of agents, clients, sphere of influence, about 40% will answer. And out of those conversations, when you have a conversation, Frank, here's what we learned. 18% will give you a relational referral, or if it's an agent that maybe is not somebody actively referring, will book into an appointment. So it's a lead or an appointment. So here's what's interesting. How much does anybody, when you look at your list of the agents you're prospecting, ever say, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to call. Yeah. I know I should call Frank, but I don't really want to call. I got a list, but it's just a list, right? Anybody? No, just me. I'm sorry. It's just me, Frankie. I'm the only one that look at it and I'm like, woo.
Yeah, there's some yeses popping up. Of course. Yeah, well, everybody feels that way. You look at it, you're like, I got to make the calls again. And here, maybe I'm not just feeling like it, right?
Yeah, well, and it goes back to the mindset of this. Look, and I love this phrase, and we talk about it in week 1 of the boot camp to help set with the virtual boot camp I do. You got to set your mindset to where I love prospecting because. And then I would answer what that is. And listen, for most of us, it's okay to just say, I want to make a lot of money. There's nothing wrong with that. And so what happens is, and Carl has helped us, and inside of the marketing animals, we know this. Every qualified agent, does anybody know what a qualified agent's value is over the course of a year? So if I start working with a qualified agent, Frank, you're a qualified agent, I call you week 1, call you week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. You say, Steve, you know what? I'm going to refer you somebody. You as a qualified agent, what's the value of that qualified agent? Somebody, what would you guess?
Anybody? Over the period of a year.
Over the period of a year. Yeah. So Brianna, you got it. $36,000. Now, some may be more and some may be less, but we need to assign a value to a qualified agent. So a qualified agent, I mean, you're talking, they have the ability to send you 6, 8, 10 transactions that fund each year. So what you do is you just look at it and say, okay, let's say that I'm able to get 6 transactions and those transactions are worth $6,000 a piece. You insert whatever your number is. We're going to use 6,000. That agent is worth $6,000. I mean, $36,000 a year. So here's one of the things I want to encourage, and Frank, this really for me happened just out of, each week doing the same thing we talk about doing is you get in, you're prospecting a list of agents, and it's like, okay, how do I shift my mindset from got to get to?
Yeah.
I don't want to gotta do it. I want to wake up and get excited to do it. And so here's one of the things, or a sneaky little trick, is when you got a list of agents you're prospecting, put a value to them. And let me give you an example. So Frank, I'll just show everybody. I'm going to share my screen. Hey, guys, this is inside of the Loan Officer CRM. So, and again, everybody, we love John Stone, but my team is all in on this CRM. And I got to tell you, inside of the Loan Officer CRM, which is a great tool, and everybody, You can use your own CRM. Somebody asked me the other day, what if I don't have a CRM? I would assign a value inside of an Excel document. But watch this, Frank. So, and this is just for me. So, hey, let me just tell you real quick the story. So, June 7th, for many of you, and I hadn't talked a whole lot about it, a little bit on the podcast, I started originating again, actually on the street level, and it's been a ton of fun. And so I have 2 US based callers making a bunch of calls for me, and then I'm prospecting a group of agents as well. And so what's been a lot of fun is this, Frank. Where I'm at right now, I've got 80 agents every single week that I'm prospecting. And so for me, it's like every week I get to go through 80 outbound calls. And what I started doing about a month ago was assigning the value of a qualified agent as 36,000. Unqualified, it could be 4,000, 8,000, 12,000, 16. You get to decide, just depends on how much volume they're doing. And so one of the things we're doing is this. Let me just show you the opportunity of this. So in this, I'm personally, and I'll just show you mine and what's helped me, and maybe it'll help you guys, but I'm going after 80 agents. And listen, most of them, probably 80% of them are qualified. So these are agents over here, hold on, that I'm just going after. So these are some big ones, some agents I've worked with in the past. But what you'll notice is like Adam Metzler, he's worth $36,000 because he's a qualified agent. And so, Frank, then I've got my post coffees. So post coffees in the last couple of weeks, I've met with 12 agents. And you'll notice here, like Blanca's worth $36,000. Bob Pollard, I met with him last week. He's worth $36,000. Cassandra, she's somebody I used to work with like 4 or 5 years ago. She's not qualified, but she's been interacting with me, but I haven't got a relational referral. So even though she's not qualified, she's going to be somebody easy, watch, to get over to my Focus 40. So right now, I've been originating for just a little under, actually right around 90 days. And I have 11 qualified Focus 40 agents that are actively referring me. And I've got 28 unqualified agents that have actively referred. So here's what's interesting. On Monday, Frank, my first 11 calls, guess what they're worth?
They're worth $396,000 a year.
So you know what's going to happen here as soon as we get off? I'm going to go get my breakfast. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to start making my calls. And you know what happens? I'm going to call Junit. I'm going to call Michelle. Every one of these have already referred me at least one. Tom, we got one in the pipeline last week. I mean, literally, these are my qualified Focus 40 agents. So guess what? I get to wake up on Monday and I'm going to call my 11 qualified. And if I just make 11 calls, you know what the value is every year? $396,000. Now, my unqualified agents, I'm going to call them once a month. And in the boot camp, I take a little bit of time in the 8-week boot camp, and I'll show you the plan. But really on the unqualified, we call them once a month. We text them once a month. We add them to the weekly email. We do targeted ads. So I don't have to spend a lot of time here, but if I just do the basic prospecting, those 28 unqualified agents are worth $240,000. Now, look, after I make my Focus 40 calls, I'm going to go to the agents I've met with in the last 2.5 weeks, Frank. Guess what they're worth? It's 12 agents that if I'll follow up for 12 weeks are worth $408,000. And then after I'm done making those calls, I'm going to jump over to my agents that I'm going after, Adam and Andrea and Elizabeth and Corey and Emily and Layla. And guess what? 29 agents are worth $972,000. And so for me, what's been a real easy thing is taking these calls and remember this, there's an order to prospecting. I want to prospect the ones that have actively referred me. Then I want to prospect the ones I've met with or had real conversations around and are open. And then I want to go after the agents that I personally want to work with that have great business and volume. And here's what's great, 80 opportunities. Frank, these opportunities here, guess what they're worth? $1.9 million. So here's what's amazing when I think the challenge in prospecting, and it doesn't matter how we do it, but Frank, I think the challenge in prospecting is we don't see the value of that call. We don't shift from it's a phone call to every phone call has $1. and it's a value. And what you realize is like this. Hey, let's see here, Sue Moody. Hey, if I told you, girl, you got to make 8, you don't got to. Here's the opportunity I'm going to give you. For the next 12 weeks, there's 80 phone calls, and I want you to use a real simple script, okay? And there's about 4 scripts that if you memorize, handle 90% of your business. But I'm going to ask you to make 80 outbound calls, memorize about 4 scripts, and spend 8 hours a week doing it. And if you do it consistently for the next 4 months, you'll break above double digits in loans. And if you'll do it over the next 12 months, that based on the numbers. Now listen, we can't make income claims, but what I can tell you is we know the numbers of prospecting. But would you make 80 outbound calls for the next, call it, let's just say 90 days for the potential of funding an additional 10 transactions a month?
Absolutely.
And would you be willing to do it for a year if you knew it had the potential of making you $2 million?
Absolutely.
So what I think we have to do, Frank, is part of loving prospecting is this, and you know what's even better than this? Look, Frank, how much, and I'll ask everybody in the chat, because here's what we really go in. When you know the math, it removes anxiety. So does anybody know out of outbound prospecting calls what the percentage of answer rates are? If I make 100 outbound calls, okay, so we got 16, 20. Hey, and I'll give you 2 numbers, okay? And listen, and I know I don't mean to be data driven, but I tell you, this is what helps me. Somebody said the other day, how come it's so easy for you to prospect? And I'll tell you this, because when you know the numbers, there's no emotion. So if it's a cold list of agents you've not talked to, 25% will answer. Okay? 25% will answer. If it's a warm list of agents, clients, sphere of influence, we know 40% will answer. And here's what's amazing. This is the data that I'm tracking, Frank. My team in the last 90 days has made over 2,700 outbound calls in the last 12 weeks. And so I've got 2 US-based callers, and that doesn't include my calls, just I mean, here's what's interesting. And we're tracking almost identical to what we're seeing in the marketing animals. Warm relationships, 40% answer. And listen to this. Here's another number I would write down, everybody. If you're calling a warm list and you ask for the business, 18% are giving you a referral or booking into an appointment. Now, if I call a cold list, 25% answer and 12% book into an appointment or give you a referral. And I got to tell you this, that the math is just this. I'll tell you this. You want to know the number, Frank? If you want to make $1.8 million, how many qualified agents do you need to prospect each and every week and do it consistently over the next 12 months?
I don't know. How
50.
many?
All you need are 50 qualified agents to call every single week for the next 12 months. And don't even set yourself up. Hey, Carl, I hear you, my man. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, I like what you did here. I tell you that I don't know if I've ever showed you this. The version I've always done,
Yeah, tell me.
I call it the gap.
Okay, talk to me.
This is our homework in the Alliance. Write down a list of all the agents that you've worked with in the last 12 months. So write all those down. And if you've done, I don't know, well, just write those down. All the agents you work with. Listing agent, buying agent,
Yep.
all the ones that you close a deal with, write
Yep.
their names down. Look up their production, and beside each name on the second column, first column is the name. Second column is how many buy sides did they do in the last 12 months. Write
Yeah.
that number down beside each name. Next column, how many deals did I do with them? So let's say Marty Fink, realtor, she's done 16 deals. I did 2 with her.
Yep.
She was a listing agent on one and buy side on the other, right? I did 2 deals with her. And so she did 16 buy sides. I worked with her on 2 deals. So I got a gap of 14. Now I do 14 times $3,000 per closing. $42,000. I've got a $42,000 gap
Yep.
with Marty.
Yep.
And then do that with each of the agents that I'm working with.
Yeah.
And then add up that gap. What I like what you've done is you clicked a couple, but what takes me about 2 hours to do,
Yeah.
you can do in about 10 minutes now.
Yeah.
And so with each agent, I'm seeing my gap. So I'm sitting there going, all right, this
Yep.
relationship that I kind of don't have with Marty
Yeah.
is costing me $42,000 the last year.
That's
the one
right.
I kind of don't have with Jared cost me $36,000.
Right.
And it just shows me what each person is worth and the gap that I'm missing on. And I promise you the gap's going to be bigger than what you're actually doing. So
hey, and I'll tell you, let me encourage you too, because what's a lot of fun in being back on the street level, Carl, you taught me this in the first 30 days. It was, hey, I'd love to help you with your next transaction. Let me encourage everybody with this. We have to shift from transaction to, Carl, I'd love to work with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as you're prospecting today, write down the word you, because when you get passionate about that person, and the ability to partner with them and to be a true partner and to work with them, it shifts how you prospect. And so instead of transactional to relational, and here's the other thing too, Carl, I hear people saying, yeah, I don't really know who I've worked with in the last 2 to 3 years. Model Match will now pull all of your numbers. The other day, you can go into Model Match, put your license number in, and it'll show you everybody you've worked with. It'll show you the client. It'll tell you the loan amount. It'll tell you the loan type, the buyer's agent, the listing agent, all the way back to 2016. So, and you could do that inside of Model Match or inside of the loan officer CRM.ai. Hey, and let me do one thing. I see somebody said, hey, Alan, unmute yourself. How do I overcome agents who say I've been using the same loan officer 5 to 10 years and haven't had an issue? So why would I give you a try? Carl, what would you do there?
I would say, hey, Alan, are you mic'd up, Alan?
Yes.
Hey, realtor Alan. Hey, I hear you, brother, and I can appreciate that. Let me give you what I found to be an absolutely shocking fact. I just read a study. It said that the average top level agent, top level, like yourself, is closing about 1 out of 20 of their leads, about 5%. That's a national average of top agents. Hey, brother, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
What if I could help you close just one more of those? Out of that 20, just one more. If I could help you do that and take from 5% to 10%, can you see that would actually double, literally double, mathematically double the amount of closings you're having in the next 12 months? If I could show you how I could do that, would you give me 20 minutes to show you how? Is that fair enough? That's the script.
Yeah, I like that.
Some's going to say yes. Some's going to say no.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and guys, that's the follow-up refer back program that we teach, man. And hey, and guess what, Carl? No, man, I'm good. I got the same guy for 10 years.
Hey, brother, I appreciate that. And hey, hope to see you at the title company sometime soon. He must be, or she must be, just an absolutely amazing person to have earned the loyalty that you've given. And hey, can I ask you one last question?
Sure. What's up?
Could I count on you to give me a call anytime? Maybe he's on maybe she's on vacation.
There you go.
Maybe she's under the weather, and you need a pinch hitter to come in and knock a home run for you. Could I count on you to give me a call for that?
Absolutely, man.
Is it okay if I call you from time to time, see if such situation exists?
Yeah, sure. That's it. And then you go on. You keep prospecting.
Then you call the next. Then you call the rest of the 49.
That's right.
Hey, thanks for enjoying Loan Officer Breakfast Club here on YouTube. Want to let you know, MoveTube is probably one of the easiest ways to get the attention of top producing real estate agents out there, because with MoveTube, you give them a tool that they can use on their listing appointments that lets them say, hey, list with me. I'm going to get your home on TV. It's a real game changer. If you want to learn more, just go to movetubestudio.com, movetubestudio.com.
Hey, and somebody, Nady Young, asked, how do you see transactions? Jen, could you drop in Model Match? We've got a link. There's a tool we use called Model Match. You can anywhere from 29 to 115 a month, but it'll show you transactions. Very, very good tool. Hey, so let me answer a couple of these. What percentage of BS business, buyer side business, is reasonable to expect from a qualified agent over the next 12 months, if as a backup LO? What are y'all's thoughts on that, Carl?
I tell you, I'm going to be a backup for a little bit.
Not very long.
Not long, because I'm going to blow your socks off, because I really do. I really do help them convert more. And so for me, if I'm getting 50% of your business, I'm good. Because I figure the other 50%, they're paying cash.
They can't
they got a nephew.
Anyway.
They got a nephew.
Right.
They got $10 million over at Bank of America when Bank of America's giving them a sweetheart deal. So if I'm getting 50%, we're good. If I'm getting less than 50%, I'm gonna have a conversation with you.
Yeah, and I'll tell you this, because your process to prospecting, when you touch the lead, touch the partner, when you do your Tuesday updates, when you do your pre-approved and looking, you're going to blow them out of the water, because very few, if any, loan officers are doing
Very
it.
few.
All I need is one to earn the rest of your business. So, spreadsheet, Jared Manley, can you get a copy of the spreadsheet? In my boot camp, you can.
Yes, you can.
You can. Hey,
that service is available.
Hey, if anybody's interested, I've got, we'd love to have you. This will be the very last 8-week virtual boot camp I do. And it starts, I believe, next week. I think there's 1 or 2 spots left, but drop in there. freedomplanningcall.com, put in your first name, last name, email, cell phone, and pick a time. And we'll see if the 8-week boot camp is right for you. If you're not a member, let us show you inside the membership. We'd love to do that, or you could drop interested in the chat. Hey, okay, what else we got?
Well, I just want to say this, Steve. First of all, thanks for bringing this up, and Carl, for your insights as well. But the being able to look at a pipeline and see a potential value in a list of agents as I'm going in to make my calls, real game changer. I like for the agency you're trying to have an appointment with. I think there was 29 of them, something like that. A potential value in that bucket or in that bag, right? Sure. Of $900,000. That's the potential. This is real stuff. That is a potential value over the next 12 months if you secure a great relationship with them, bring them to your Focus 40, right? That's a potential value in that bucket, if you will. And being able to see that visually before you dive in and start making your calls, man, what a game changer that is. Like, you know what, man? There's potentially $1 million worth of business in this group of people right here.
And it's not as many calls as we think, Frank.
It's not, And then you move across the line.
I think we think we have to have 500 outbound calls. I would challenge everybody to get 50. Get 50 qualified agents that you're prospecting every single week. I think everybody can make 10 outbound calls. And we try to make it so big because we don't understand the value of one. And here's what I'm challenging the people in our boot camp and the people in the membership is, could you just get one new qualified agent relationship a week? And the reality is you could. Sometimes we're so focused on the many that we're not pulling in and really honing in on one new relationship this week, which starts with 10, 15, 20 outbound calls.
Right.
And so, and there's other really cool ways to warm up those relationships so you're not even a stranger, which we talk about. You know, you don't have to make them all cold calls. Within a couple of weeks, these could all be warm calls simply by doing emails, targeted, custom audiences, and some of the things we show. So,
and one thing I'm always reminded of, Steve.
Yeah.
Every relationship.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah.
Was a cold call, a cold meeting at some point. When the first day I sat beside the lovely Mrs. White in chemistry class,
she was a cold call, baby.
It was a cold call. First time I spoke to you, it was a cold call. First time I spoke to Frank, it was a cold call. First time I talked to Jen or Sue or Brad or Jared or Jennifer or Chris Johnstone, first time it was a cold call or a cold meeting. 100% of the time.
That's right. Yeah. Right on, Brad. You got your hand up. What you got, real quick? Get out of here.
Yep. So, Steve, I'm very impressed that you're getting back into origination. In your opportunities page, that was in the AI CRM, right?
Yeah.
And then did you have to input each one of those agents individually? Like make your, so you've got your Focus 40. You had 11 in there. Did you decide that those were, so you put them in that column?
Yeah.
And then
I did. So I created, hey, so listen, So I created the columns, but here I did what everybody needs to do. I looked at who were the people we had done business with in the last 5 years. So starting with a warm list, but yes, creating a Focus 40 column, but they don't move to Focus 40 till they give you a referral or close a loan.
That's right. And all of those in the Focus 40 are ones that are actually giving you business.
Yeah, absolutely.
The post coffee you've met, but they haven't given you any business yet.
Hey, brother, I'm running the exact play.
And then the first column was Thor's hammer.
That's right.
And you said you've got two US based call people, right? Assistants. Yep. And are they, so out of those 80 calls, you aren't making all 80 calls.
No, those are my calls too. Hey, those are my calls. So, hey, and I did a whole class on it. I got one caller making 200 outbound calls to past clients.
Oh my God.
One making another 150 to like cold Thor's hammer. Those are my 80 calls.
So you're making all 80 of
100%.
Those. Okay.
Yep. Hey, and I did a class on it a couple weeks back in the membership. You can find, and I talked about how to hire US based callers, and I talked about all that. And so go back to the membership and grab that class, and you'll hear it all.
I'll grab it. Thank you.
All right, guys.
freedomplanningcall.com to get into this
man. Hey, and
boot camp. There's just a few slots left. So jump in. freedomplanningcall.com. I put it in there for you, Stephen. Replied to you so everybody else can see it as well. So make sure to do that. So good stuff, man.
Make the calls, guys. They're worth money, and it's worth real dollars. And remember this, what you're doing today will be the fruit of your December and January. Mm-hmm. Hey, and I do want to say this for Carl. Carl's doing a masterclass, I think, on Wednesday. It's about refis. Guys, I'm telling you, the refi boom, we are at the cusp of it. You need to be sending out your emails about it, your phone calls. Frank and I were talking the other day. Carl, I locked in a VA purchase money loan at 5.375 with no points. I am telling you, the market is shifting. And so be in a position to do refis. Carl, you're doing a masterclass.
You know though, and I appreciate you bringing that up, Steve. I tell you guys, the boot camp is where you want to be. I'm just telling you. It's the boot camp is such a remarkable thing. Steve's been doing that for
a year and a half,
years.
Almost 2 years. Yeah,
it's absolutely amazing what we see out of it. And those of you who've been to it know, it may be a refresher if it's been a little while. A good refresher. I think of NFL players go to training camp every summer. Every summer they go to training camp, and I think the boot camp is just the biggest no-brainer ever. So,
hey, Carl, let me tell you what's exciting is what we're doing is what we're implementing. And so it's literally super, super impactful. You want to
this isn't stuff that we've read about or stuff that we've heard about or stuff that we did 25 years ago. It's happening today, last week, last month. Good stuff, brother.
That's it. All right, guys.
All right, wait. We got Michael with his hand up. What do you got? You're muted.
Yeah, just real quick to validate, share some numbers for me from last week. 87 calls, 7 applications. So it works.
Dang.
Fantastic.
Job, that's great.
Good stuff. Thank you, Michael. Hey, guys, tomorrow, Justin Hubert.
Where do you live, Mike?
Okay.
I'm in Colorado.
Colorado, very good.
That's a great state, man.
Yeah. Awesome. Hey, guys, tomorrow we're going to have Justin Hubert here from Park Place. He's going to give us kind of an in-doc on construction loans. So it's a great market out there. You know, lumber prices have fallen significantly. I had that in the news recently. A lot of builder stuff going on. So he's going to briefly kind of give us an overview of construction loans, that kind of thing. It's going to be good. Wednesday, Denise Panza. She is a dynamo on LinkedIn, has a great book of business. That's that stepchild we talk about, Carl, that social site. Like, how do I work this thing? She's got it figured out. So we're going to have her on. Thursday, Kevin Broughton. Friday, Chris Johnstone. If he's back from China, we'll see. I know he's in China right now.
He sent me a video from China last night.
Did he?
It was really cool.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool stuff. So we got a great week lined up, guys. Thanks for joining us here, Loan Officer Breakfast Club, and we will see you manana. Adios.
Hey, Steve, you know how to tell lumber's real cheap now?
How?
Because I just bought a whole bunch of it to build a shed the week before.
All right, we'll see you guys. Have a great day. Adios.
Have a great day, everybody.